Hello, I'm Lucian Locke and welcome back to another video. If you're a cyclist, you're probably just like me. You probably struggle to manage your food intake on and off the bike. This can often be because cycling is very variable in how many calories we burn, and it's very hard to actually measure how many calories we need to take in. Now, over the last week, I've been testing out a new app that has just been released. It's endorsed by pro cyclists and pro cycling teams, and I really feel that this is the new way of counting calories for cyclists. Now, for those that haven't seen this before, it's great for tracking calories because it is aimed at cyclists. Now, I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years and I've used applications such as MyFitnessPal. Now, MyFitnessPal is great for the average person. However, a cyclist is very inaccurate at tracking calories for the work done. On MyFitnessPal, you can bring in your workouts, so you can sort of add those calories onto your daily intake. However, it does it like for like, and you'll likely find you'll probably be overeating. Now, the best thing that I like about the athlete's food coach, or in short, just the food coach, is that it incorporates and it links in with your TrainingPeaks account. By doing so, it can preemptively calculate your calorie burn rate for a ride that's coming up, one of your workouts. This is because our workouts are based off watts, or off our heart rate of pre-planned workouts, so it can calculate what you're meant to be burning or what you should be burning during that workout. Now, using that data, it can also work out your carbs per hour, and then it will tell you during your workout or coming up to that workout how many carbs you should be taking on the ride with you. You can then alter that and tell it you'd like to consume more, for example. So it might tell you you want to consume 60 grams of carbs per hour, but actually you should be burning more or consuming more. So you can adjust that and tell it so. Now, this new app I've found that has just come to light is the athlete's food coach. One of the big things that I like about this app is that because it's aimed at cyclists, it aims to taper you for your event. So if you have an event coming up, it will ask you that, and you can plumb that into the app itself, and the app will progress you to that event. Now, this is only a very short review because I've not been able to do a long-term study on it. I've only been using it for the last week or two. I've been trying to figure out all of its nuances for cyclists. However, at the moment it looks very good. Now, with the event planning, it will ask you sort of how long the event is, and so it can sort of tailor what you need to be doing as you get towards the event. The app itself also is a bit of a training tool for cyclists within nutrition. So the app has lots and lots of video content on it to educate cyclists on the proper ways to deal with weight loss. I'm looking into the weight loss at the moment, so I'm not sure if there's anything else in there to do with maintenance or weight gain, but at the moment I've seen that it has lots of videos and literature on how to manage weight loss as a cyclist. So I mentioned about how it incorporates with TrainingPeaks, and it will preemptively tell you how many carbs per hour you should be having, and it will adjust your TDEE depending on what that training is. Now, obviously, it is just assuming off what your training is set to on TrainingPeaks. However, if you're riding outside, that training will change. It was not going to be exactly on the dot of what you set the training up for. So if you link your Strava or your Garmin or your Wahoo to the app as well, after the ride, it will look at the ride and it will figure out what you actually did, and it will recalculate what it told you in the past, which means that if you rode for longer or at a higher power for the duration of the workout, it will adjust how many calories you need to then intake for the rest of the day. And as such, on the other way around, if the workout wasn't as long or wasn't as hard, it will then maybe reduce the amount of calories you need to have for the rest of the day. Sort of on that note as well, the workout part of the app, it will ask you when you want to train in the day. So if you were to sit down at the start of the week and plan and go through the app and tell it on every workout when you plan to ride for each workout, the app, first of all, on the day of the the workout, it will change how many carbs it's telling you to have in certain meals based on when you're doing the workout. So it doesn't want you to have too much of a heavy meal before the workout, but it will give you a heavier meal post-workout to refuel you. But with that, if you're telling the app that you're going to do a pretty hard ride early in the morning before breakfast, the day before on your last meal of the day, it will actually tell you to carb up. So it will give you, as far as I can see, it will tell you to eat much more carbs that night before, so you're very much ready for that workout the next day. Overall, I'm having a pretty good response myself with the app, and I think it's a great app, and it's much easier to use for cyclists because of the way it tracks your calories through your exercise. However, there are some downsides that I've come across. This is mostly because it's a fairly new app, from my knowledge. I haven't seen it around very long. And these are, I guess they're frustrating, but I'm guessing the more people use it and the more users they get onto the app, the less of a problem these things will be, because they're sort of community based, that they need people to contribute to the database for these things to get better. The first one is, like MyFitnessPal, for anyone that's used that in the past, it has a food catalogue, you might say. The food catalogue on this is pretty vast, it's pretty good. It even has a barcode scanner on it, so you can scan your favourite meals from the shop. However, the database isn't huge. It's pretty good. It has most things in it. I live in Greece, so it's not, I wouldn't say Greece is a very sort of a mainstream country they're probably going to target, but it does have a lot of Greek products on there, which is fantastic. Now the downside, one of the things that I don't like on there is that for myself, I eat pretty whole foods. I generally don't buy things out of or eat things out of packets that are bought from the shop. So when I'm planning meals, I might just put in, for example, a white potato. What I generally find is that when you type that into the app, into the food database, it will come up, when you type in sort of potato or white potato, it will come up with things like potato chips from a brand. But before it comes up with just the raw potato itself, you have to scroll for quite a while, and you have to be quite selective from which one you choose to get the right data, get the right macronutrients and calories on it. So that is a bit frustrating. I feel like the raw ingredients should be coming first, because most cyclists will be eating raw ingredients. Even like white rice, that isn't at the top of the list. It will come up with other things rather than the obvious white rice. The same with chicken and other products like that. It's branded things before the raw ingredients. But as I said, I think over time this will change, and I guess the app will, through feedback, will change, and it will get better with that. At the moment it's a very small problem that I can sort of deal with. So I'm pretty organised with my training, and the next one is around that. Something that I liked about MyFitnessPal when I used it in the past was that not only did you have the app on your phone, but you also had, you could also go onto the website on your PC, and you had the same experience, but it was more detailed because you could sit there and you could see more. I like to sit down at the start of my week, or on the Sunday before my week, and I like to plan all my workouts and plan all my nutrition for the week ahead. So, like I say, if you don't plan things, you pretty much get nowhere with it. So you sit down, plan things for the week, and yeah, it's much easier when you've got the PC in front of you. Now, the food coach doesn't have that ability yet. It is only limited to the app itself. So getting into the nitty-gritty parts of the nutrition planning for the week, it can be quite difficult on the phone at times. It's okay, and I deal with it, but it would be nice if I can sit down on my PC and do it through there. I'm hoping that in the future this will get ironed out, and as the database gets bigger and the community gets bigger with the app, they will roll that out. We will see. So the final bit, and again, I think this is something that might get changed in the future. This is something that I used with MyFitnessPal, and also I've used RP Diet Coach before. They can do that with those apps, but on the food coach I've not seen it yet. So I do understand that you should be spacing out all of your meals throughout the day. It's optimal for meal timing to have them spaced out. However, on the food coach app, you can't consolidate meals. So for example, I went on a sort of nearly 5-hour ride today, which meant I left pretty late in the morning. I didn't get back until about 1:30 in the afternoon, which means that I sort of missed timing for conventional timing for breakfast and my morning snack. So what I would like to do is consolidate my breakfast and my lunch into one meal, and have that when I got in, and then the same with my morning snack. I would have consolidated that with my afternoon snack, and had sort of all of my meals in the afternoon, evening. It doesn't give you the opportunity to do that. You can't move around macros of different meals. It may be possible. I know that there's an AI feature on the app, which I haven't delved into too much. I did ask it some questions. I'm not sure whether it can move that around. If anyone knows anything different, please leave a comment and let me know. I'm pretty new to the app still learning it. But as I can see at the moment, you can't just move things around easily. Again, you might be able to ask the AI to do that, and it does that, but you can't just do it with a click of a button, which I would like. But I do understand that there is reasons why they've made the app the way they do, and it does work pretty well from what I can see. So yeah, at the moment, like I said, this is a very short-term review. I've only been using it for the past week or so. I will get into more details about how you use the app in the future if people want to know that. But I do recommend other cyclists, give it a go. If you struggle with counting calories as a cyclist, it's pretty fantastic from what I see. I'm going to do this for I'm going to use the app for about 8 weeks leading into my race season to try and drop some weight. I want to lose a few kilos by that point. I've got a race in 12 weeks, so I want to lose weight by sort of 6 to 8 weeks. I ruined my weight loss in my base season or my base phases, because I went away on holiday for a while, and I indulged a lot. I trained a lot, but I indulged a lot. So I'm leaving it a bit later. It's not the optimal time to be losing weight coming up into race season, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to deal with it. I need to drop the weight for racing. But yeah, I will sort of do an intermediate review when I'm maybe 4 weeks in to using the app, and then one at the end to see how I got on in the long run, see if there's anything else I've learned. I'm also very interested to see how the app tailors me and tapers me up to the race itself. From what I can see on the app, it does go through phases and stages like you would with your training, and it takes you up to race day to hopefully be well prepared and well fueled for it. It's not just going to take you through weight loss all the way up until that day of the race. It should, if I see what it's doing right, it should change that and taper you. So if anyone else has got any opinions or any feedback on this app, anything that I should know that I haven't covered in this video, please leave comments below. And I'll get into another video. Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll run through some of the features and how to set it up. I think it's pretty useful. There is a lot of YouTube content from the company on their YouTube channel, from what I see, on how to set it up, which is fantastic. So if you like this video, comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.